Welcome to part 3 of How to Get Fully Funded Grad School Admission. If you have not watched part 1 and 2, please do so before diving into the final lap of this awesome journey. The great thing about assistantships is that they are typically built into the offer of admission. You don't need a separate application. You just check a box expressing interest, and if you're admitted, the funding comes with it. Always verify this on program websites. If it's not clear, email the department to ask whether Ph.D. students are funded and in what way. For masters, some programs offer a limited number of assistantships or let master's students compete for them after enrolling. While these can be harder to come by, they do exist, especially in research-heavy departments. Keep an eye out for any mention of tuition waiver or assistantship opportunities for masters on the website. Scholarships and fellowships, free money. Scholarships or fellowships for grad level are merit-based awards that don't require work hours. Basically, free money to study. These can come from the university itself or external organizations. Many U.S. universities have internal fellowships that they award to top applicants, sometimes automatically. For instance, an outstanding Ph.D. applicant might be offered a first-year fellowship, so you don't have to TA in year 1. Or a master's student might win a departmental scholarship that covers half tuition. When researching programs, look at the funding or financial aid page. They will list fellowships or scholarships available. Some you apply for separately, but many are just given to the best candidates the department wants to recruit. External scholarships are also key, especially for master's applicants. The Fulbright Foreign Student Program is a famous one, a prestigious scholarship that funds graduate study in the U.S. for students from many countries, usually for a master's or non-degree research. At the elite level, programs like Stanford's Knight Hennessy or Oxford's Rhodes, again UK, are examples of powerhouse fellowships for the U.S. Also check Yale's Young African Scholars, AAUW International Fellowships for women, or UNCF for students of African descent. It's worth doing a deep search for scholarships to study in USA or using scholarship databases. University websites might also list external scholarships they recommend. Applying to these is like a separate mini application, with its own essays and deadlines, often a year in advance. But if you win one, it can often be combined with or supplement university funding. Importantly, funding often follows the strong applicants. If you've built the stellar profile, as I suggested in Part 1 and Part 2, you'll not only get into programs, you'll likely get offers of funding from them. Many top schools automatically consider all admitted students for fellowships and assistantships. For example, at MIT, Harvard, or Stanford, you typically don't need a separate scholarship application. If they want you, they will fund you. Some mid-tier schools might admit a few unfunded Ph.D. students, but that's more common in humanities or social sciences. In STEM, it's relatively rare and often a red flag. Always clarify if an offer is funded. If a program admits you without funding, you can even politely inquire if any assistantship might be available, but it's better to target programs known for funding students up front. Tips to maximize funding chances. Apply early if there are priority scholarship deadlines. Highlight any relevant achievements in your application that might qualify you for specific awards. Look, if there's a leadership scholarship, mention your leadership roles. If an application allows a separate essay for a fellowship, take it seriously. Furthermore, expressing your genuine research interests and aligning with a faculty can indirectly secure funding. Professors with grant money often influence admissions and funding decisions, effectively sponsoring students they want to work with. That's another reason why contacting potential advisors. Networking, as discussed, is powerful. Finally, remember that full funding usually covers tuition and basic living costs, but not luxuries. You might still need to budget, get a roommate, or find part-time campus work for extra cash. But having tuition waived and a stipend means you can focus on your studies and research without financial anxiety, a huge relief. Countless international students manage to get through U.S. grad school without incurring debt. With determination, you can be one of them. Getting that admission letter with a full funding offer is a moment to celebrate. You've made a dream come true. But grad school isn't an end in itself. It's a means to an end. It's crucial to think about what comes after admission, even as you prepare to embark on this journey. In other words, what's the bigger goal and how will you make the most of your time in graduate school? Envision your career early. Ask yourself, why did I want this degree in the first place? Whether your answer is to become a professor, to do R&D in industry, to start a biotech company, or even if you're not entirely sure, it's good to have some direction. Graduate programs, especially Ph.D.s, can be long and challenging. Keeping your eyes on the prize will motivate you through late nights in the lab. If you aspire to an academic career, know that you'll need to publish research, network at conferences, and possibly do a postdoctoral research after the Ph.D. If industry is your goal, you'll want to pick up transferable skills, seek internships for master students or collaborations with industry for Ph.D.s, and utilize your school's career services. The beauty of U.S. universities is they often have robust career development resources for grad students, from specialized career counselors to job fairs and networking events. Take advantage of those from day one. It's never too early to polish your CV or build your LinkedIn profile. Remember the stat we touched on. Many U.S. STEM grads can work in the country for up to 3 years after graduation under OPT. That's a huge opportunity to gain experience or pivot to a work visa. If working in the U.S. long-term is a goal, familiarize yourself with the H-1B work visa process and target industries known to sponsor international talent. Tech, engineering, and finance are big ones. Getting in is just step one. Succeeding in the program is the real challenge. Once you start, proactively seek mentorship and feedback. Meet regularly with your advisor for research students, and set clear milestones for your project. Grad school can sometimes feel unstructured compared to undergrad, so you'll need to be self-driven. Build relationships with your peers. They can be a support network since you're all in the same boat. Also, maintain a work-life balance to avoid burnout. Universities often have counseling, clubs, and activities for graduate students. Join a few and make friends. This network can be crucial for emotional support and also for professional growth. Your fellow Ph.D. student today might collaborate or refer you to a job tomorrow. Explore opportunities beyond coursework. Use your time to grow holistically. If you're a Ph.D. student, aim to attend conferences to present your work. It's great for your resume and confidence. If possible, publish papers early or at least work on conference abstracts. Those achievements can set you apart in the job market. Research papers are your currency. Master's student, maybe take on a capstone project with a company or an extra research project with a professor to get more hands-on experience. Many universities encourage interdisciplinary work. A biology student might take a computer science course to learn bioinformatics. An engineering student might take a business class if interested in entrepreneurship. Grad school is a sandbox, a relatively safe space to experiment, learn, and even make mistakes while growing. Make it count. Organizations mentor newer students, share advice, just as you've sought advice now. This not only feels good, but also expands your network and leadership skills. By the time you graduate, you'll have a network of professors, alumni, and professionals. Stay in touch with them. They are your bridges to future opportunities. The global alumni network you join will be one of the most valuable outcomes of studying abroad. Finally, keep an open mind. Sometimes grad school leads you to unexpected places. You might discover a new passion and pivot your career plans. Or you might face setbacks, experiments fail, funding issues, personal challenges. It's all part of the journey. Remember why you started and lean on your support system. As the saying goes, persistence is key. The skills and perseverance, critical thinking, and multicultural collaboration that you gain abroad will serve you no matter what's next. Conclusion: going from a student with a dream to a fully funded graduate scholar is a transformative journey. You've got to want it, plan for it, and work for it. But as countless international students can attest, it's worth it. From gaining a world-class education, to meeting brilliant minds from everywhere, to launching your career on a global stage, the opportunities are endless. So start now. Fuel your motivation with a clear vision of your future. Follow the steps to build a standout application, and don't be afraid to reach high. The road may be long and involve a lot of paperwork and coffee, but one day you might look back from your lab or office in the US and say, I made it. And this is just the beginning. Thanks for watching Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. If you found this information as incredible as I did, hit that like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Come back for more deep dives into the ideas and guides that may transform your journey. For queries, questions, or help, write email or comment below. See you next time.